In this video, I'll be working through the question you see on the screen here from the Maths paper 1-2 from the 2024 Cambridge A-Level exams. If you're looking for a different question from this paper, have a look at the playlist that I've linked in the description below. If you're looking for a different paper entirely, have a search on my channel. I'll be doing all this on the whiteboard, hopefully just like you're used to in the classroom. But remember, we're not in the classroom, we're on YouTube, so take advantage of that. Pause, rewind, even watch it at double speed. If you find this video or any of my videos useful, I would greatly appreciate a like, a subscribe, a share, or even a super thanks. In question 5, we start off, they give us the first two terms of an arithmetic progression. And that's the tan of theta, next term is sine of theta, the next term is whatever, I don't know. And they want us to find, let's see, what do they want to find? The sum of the first 40 terms. So we need to find the first 40 of them, add them all together. Thankfully there's a formula for that. Forget what they ask. Oh, they give us more. They tell us theta is actually pi over 4. But forget all that really for a moment. What we really want, because we can answer anything about an arithmetic progression if we know the first term and the common difference. In this case, we know the first term, it's tan of theta. The common difference is just the difference between the two. So that's just sine minus tan theta. Now, like I said, they actually gave us theta. So this makes it a lot easier. Theta is equal pi over 4. That wouldn't have been possible without it. We need a bit more information. So we don't actually have to leave these. We can just put them in. Tangent of pi over 4 is actually just 1. And sine, so sine is, let's just check, is the square root of 2 over 2, then minus again 1. So now we actually have numbers here. Just be warned, some calculators show this different, show this as 1 over square root of 2. I usually put it as 1 over square root of 2. Because remember, 2 is made up of square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2. So this can cancel one of them. So you might see it that way. So we might end up getting slightly different answers. They'll be the same answer. I think it's in part 2. It could really happen. They'll look a little different, but they will be the same number on a calculator. Anyway, they want us to find S, the sum of the first 40 terms. Well, good news, we have a formula for Sn. I will have to look it up. It is equal, let's see, from memory it's n over 2 multiplied into 2a plus n minus 1, I would have thought, n minus 1 times d, and yeah, that's it. I still don't see it on this page. Oh, there we go, there it is, finally, and it is correct. Okay, this is we're given this in the exam, it's in your formula tables. Instead of Sn though, I want S40, and I can just fill things in. 40 divided by 2, that's 20. 2 times a, that's just 2. Plus 40 minus 1, that's 39, multiplied by d. That's the only complicated one. Let's write it a different way this time. 1 over square root of 2 minus 1. Put all that in your calculator, it'll give you the answer. Let's do it a little slower though. Multiply the 20 in, we get 40 plus 20 times 40 would be 800. So that's 780. Times 1 over square root of 2 minus 1. Again, I would definitely use a calculator here. 780 times minus 1 is minus 780. So we get, add 40 to that, we'd have minus 740 and plus 780 over square root of 2. But remember, sometimes you would see this written as, let's write that again, 740 plus, instead of 780, you could, on the bottom row, you could have a 2. And on the top row, you could have 780 times square root of 2. But that cancels in. So you would be left with, I guess, 360. Let's see which answer I had down. Not 360. 780 divided by 2 is 390. And that's the answer I have down. Minus 740 plus a 390 times the square root of 2. But the other answer there, this one, both of these are correct. Just some calculators write it like this. I think most write it like this one. Anyway, whichever you and you get is fine. Okay, I'm going to clean off most of the board because part B is interesting in that they give us the same two starting points. Instead of arithmetic, it's geometric. Right, this time they haven't given us a theta, but they want us to find the sum to infinity. The sum to infinity, and that is a divided by 1 minus or. Like I said earlier, forget about what they're asking us. Just find a equals, and in this case, geometric progression, or equals. Once we have that, we can find anything we want. And the only exceptions to that is sometimes they give us different things and we work backwards to find these ones. So they haven't given us any theta. So a is just tangent of theta, or is sine theta divided by tan theta. This one should be ringing a few alarm bells in your head. Maybe not alarm bells, but a light bulb in your head. Tan theta is just sine divided by cosine. So this can be rewrote as sine divided by sine theta over cosine theta. If we divide that in correctly, turn it upside down, multiply it, or just realize the sines cancel, we're left with a cosine theta. This is or in this case. So if they want the sum to infinity, that's the sum to infinity is just equal to tan, that's the a, divided by 1 minus cosine theta. And they wanted the answer in terms of theta. So we're done. There's no closer you get. If you know what theta is, if they give you a number to put in, you can just put it in nice and quick and get different answers. They must have felt that wasn't enough for the question because they then added part 2 that said find the sum of the first 10 terms of this progression, but they've given us that theta is equal pi over 3. So the sum to the first 10 terms, well, we need Sn for that. Let me look this up this time. Sn is equal to a multiplied by 1 minus or to the n divided by 1 minus or. And what did they ask for? S10. So S10 is equal to a is tan theta, 1 minus or is cosine to the power 10 theta divided by 1 minus cosine theta. And sorry, I forgot we know theta. Theta is pi over 3. At this point, you could just put all that into a calculator if you want. Actually, you pretty much need to, or at least you do for each section. I'm just looking off my notes here. Tan of pi over 3 is, I believe, square root of 3. 1 minus cosine pi over 3 is a half, so that's 1 minus a half to the power of 10 though, and that's divided by 1 minus a half, which is just a half. Yeah, again, the calculator will do it from here. I'll just point out a few things. This goes in square root of 3 times 1 minus square root of 3 times 2 to the power of 10 is a famous enough number because we live in a binary world. A kilobyte, a megabyte, a gigabyte, a terabyte doesn't go up. People think it goes up in thousands. It actually goes up in 1024s because that's 2 to the power of 10. Anyway, and that's all divided by 1 over 2, which is like multiplying by a half. Anyway, put that into a calculator at this point because they wanted 3 significant figures, and you would get 3.46. Again, it's okay to have even put it in a calculator back here, although it's often good to show them you're doing work in case there was some simple mistake. Like most of these questions, you get full marks for writing the answer and nothing else. But if you make a tiny mistake in this, row a 5 instead of a 6, you might get 0 marks. Whereas if you make a tiny mistake and do all the work out, you'd only lose 1 mark, or sometimes they might even overlook it and go, no, he just wrote the wrong number. It's fine. Anyway, if you have any follow-up questions, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks for watching and have a great day.